Hello, this is Greg Allison with Green Graves coming to you on Christmas Day 2020 with bad news. Nashville has been attacked. Yes, a bomb has gone off in Nashville in an RV, and this has all the hallmarks of deliberate action. And we're going to explain that, and we're going to go into it. Who did it? Why they do it? Apparently, it took out AT&T. Now, the damage to the building looks to be slight, except maybe at the roof, but for some reason, AT&T went down along hand with this attack, which is my cell phone. I'm AT&T. Now, I'm in Alabama, north of Huntsville, and I haven't had cell phone service all evening and still don't. I was doing a live stream coming down from a mountain and totally lost it. And I'd had some trouble trying to make some contact after that. Now I can't do anything with it. So maybe I had some other little service ones at the top of that mountain. I was trying to do a live stream. I drove through an industrial park in Huntsville, Alabama, with forest of cell phone towers all around me, and I couldn't do anything. I can't get internet through this phone. I can't make phone calls through it. So the AT&T damage is existent. It's in our area, but it's more than that. They found human remains in this blast. I just got through posting. I did a video in the wee hours this morning and posted this morning before I went out about our cyber attack. And lo and behold, what happens? We get a physical attack on a communications facility, apparently, that takes down comm. That's kind of like a physical cyber attack. Was there a cyber attack going on in conjunction with it? There's a lot to ask, a lot to know. That it would happen on Christmas Day is insidious. I'm going to show you some articles about this. I'm going to go into it. We're going to talk about why they know this was a deliberate attack. Now, my friends, if you don't think that this is time to prepare yourself, maybe you're not awake. Have you been seeing all this stuff that's been going on all throughout the year 2020? This year has been a you know what burger served on more you know what. It's been pretty bad. I'm hoping that things will get better. You know, this was the day to hope for peace, and what happens of all days for this to happen? Who would do this today? Who would do this today? And why Nashville? Why Nashville? Is it, hey, you know what? Back in the summer, in June, there was a stories going around alleging that there would be a nuclear attack on Nashville. They were thinking around the 4th of July. Well, that didn't happen. Is this like some follow-up to that? Is this related to that? What is going on? My friends, we have tension inside this country, domestic strife that is off the charts. We are having all kind of tension with Iran, with Venezuela, although they don't have a lot of capacity except through other actors, with North Korea, with China, with Russia, especially in light of these hacks that just went down. Is this a cover for that? What is happening? Holy smoke. We're going to go into this one. But you know what? I keep telling you guys to get ready. And I do videos telling you to grow your own stuff. I do videos showing you how to eat from the weeds and trees. But I do have a $100 off special on food that lasts for 25 years. And it's very portable, very lightweight. You can pull it out of this bucket and put it in your backpack and Bugout on your bicycle. You can throw this in your boat or your car. You get 2 of these, $100 off, a full month supply for one individual that lasts 25 years. It's very portable. That's a good thing about buying it. And you get a wide variety of meals. And you get 3 meals per day, 2,000 calories per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. With that, you'll be a winner. I would say check it out. But check out all my other videos. It tells you how to get stuff from free from the weeds and trees. But you won't get quite enough calories, maybe enough protein. Oh, yeah. Go to greg.com. That's where you find this. And we do have there, hey, you can even get special protein packs. All kinds of stuff. Fruit and veggie packs if you don't like the protein in the meats. So where's the meats, right? It's there. And just go to prepwithgreg.com to get things that aren't part of the special. Click the My Patriot Supply logo at the top of the page, and you can find all kind of prepping supplies, including water and air purification, things that you're going to need, perhaps, because we are in it hits the fan light, and it looks like it might get heavier. Could this lead to war? Will we retaliate against this? Who did it? What's the next step? Is it a false flag? Well, what we do know is this. An RV exploded in Nashville, Tennessee today at 12 noon, which is 12 p.m. Apparently, there was a recording or some kind of voice coming out of it prior to the explosion, wanting people to back off, saying that it was about to explode. There is the tent This was an explosive device. The explosion was very powerful. It was not a homemade bomb. It was something quite powerful, not black powder and the kind of things a lot of people would use. This was a very powerful explosion, and we're going to look at that in a minute. But strange thing is that usually the terrorists don't tell people to back off. They want to do as much damage as possible. So this may be a malcontent who had just a sliver of good somewhere in them. Kind of hard to imagine, especially when they did a bombing on Christmas Day. What is this? Who did it? Wow, there's so many questions. So many questions. And we'll be learning more about this, and I'll bring you up to speed on it as more comes out. But let's do some sharing. Let's look at some of these articles for what's happening here. I'm not going to make this a long video because there's still so much to find out. What's this? AT&T outage. Oh, yeah, I know something about that. Internet. 9/11 disrupted. Planes grounded after this Nashville explosion because they had interruptions in data service. Was there some hacking that went on in accordance with this? I've said that, we believe that if there's an attack, a lot of us believe that there will be multi-pronged. You'll get cyber attacks and direct physical attacks at the same time. This seems to suggest that might have been going on. I mean, why would you have had 911 go out with this? Why did it really take so much AT&T down when the damage to the building itself, maybe the roof doesn't look, that great, but it was a powerful explosion. Here are alternate numbers that people just go to the Tennessean. Go to Tennessean.com, and it will show you links that you can go to or phone numbers for alternate way to get your emergency services in Tennessee if you can't get through 9/11. I can't dial any phone numbers. I can't send any text messages right now with my phone. I can't use it as a hotspot to do my internet, which is what I usually use for my laptop, including video work and things like that. AT&T did not immediately respond to requests for further information. I know I can't get a hold of them. So this is outage linked to explosion. So they're showing all the AT&T outage reported in Nashville, Middle Tennessee. So this is the outage areas. I don't know, was it in Kansas too? Yeah, so was it going out to Atlanta? This is, North Alabama. Wow, this thing is apparently quite widespread in terms of outages. So we're going to look at several of this. Parked RV, Comcast hotspots available for free. Wow, okay, there's a opportunistic ad on top of that. Oops, let me see all that kind of stuff. So let's look at some more of these articles. This one is quite interesting. This article here was claiming this was in the Al Jazeera, a Islamic news service, talking about this newspaper called the Tennessean that we just looked at. And Al Jazeera was saying, so we were over here in the Tennessean. Al Jazeera was talking about a full-page ad somebody ran in the Tennessean back in the summer, talking about a horrific, somebody took out a full-page ad claiming there's going to be a horrific full nuclear blast in Nashville, a bomb attack in Nashville. Well, we didn't get a nuclear blast. Was this the next thing? Was this the closest thing to it? And some people said the ad was Islamophobic, but a religious group posted it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I didn't see the ad myself. I heard about it. People were talking about it around here. Nashville's really close. Nashville's a 2-hour drive, maybe not even quite 2 hours. Nashville, Tennessee is as close as Birmingham, Alabama. And people, when they take flights, if they want a cheap flight, they'll go to Nashville quicker than they'll go to Birmingham. So this was, this article was from back in the summer. Let's see what's the date on it. And it was talking about the Tennessean article, which was posted back in June. So what is this? Let's go over here and look at this. Bing. Okay. This is from CNN. Here's where they're talking about human remains found near the site of the recreational vehicle explosion. I think there's a bunch of pictures on this site. Somewhere I saw a bunch of pictures. That's not it. Yeah, here it is. This is the, wow, I hate these ads popping and everything moving around. This is the RV that was exploded. That is the vehicle, apparently coming in the night before. They're trying to get more, they're telling people to call Crime Stoppers. This is the scene of the explosion. This is another car that burned on the aftermath of the RV exploding. See, that's another car. So it did a lot of damage on the street. Lots of damage at the street level. See, a recorded message was heard about 15 minutes. I mean, it was talking for 15 minutes before it went off. It's a lot of warning. For a number of people who did evacuate. Okay, that's good. So apparently the law was also involved in what I read. Here's what happened. Here's the side of the explosion. And it's right across from the AT&T federal building under here. And it's a federal building. So you can see some damage to the roof. There's some windows out. The building itself is not knocked down. The walls aren't greatly compromised, but there is damage to the windows. Was this a pinch bomb, one of these kind that causes a big EMP signal to go out that could have fried the AT&T facility? Or was there hacking going on at the same time? You see the smoke here? Lives saved by evacuations. Okay, that's good. So there's just a lot to be answered. How did this take down your airport flights? It took down 911. So there's just how, why? Tennessee Governor Bill Lee said the supply of all resources would be needed. So they're needing a lot of help. So they're going to do an investigation, it says here. We'll flip through some of these pictures here in a second. I don't know, my friends, this is a strange occurrence. We're about to be done here. Let's flip through a few scenes here. Strange occurrence. There, yeah. Okay, you can see buildings and storefronts over here pretty badly damaged. This is pretty badly damaged right there. Okay, but the picture they show the higher up the AT&T building didn't look that bad. There's a lot of brick and block here. There's several cars damaged. Yeah, this blew up the whole block here, looks like. Everything in this area got in a really bad shape. This was no little bomb. Okay, now that shows more clearly what the damage looked like. Guys, I'm just seeing this stuff myself because, look, I've been out on Christmas and I was trying to make communications. I couldn't get through. I'd heard of a bomb attack, but I couldn't get any information out. Look at that. Oh, my gosh, several vehicles right there. And so I came in, I was trying to find what's going on with my AT&T, and that's when I find articles on this because people were asking about it, and I noticed, oh, this is linked. It is linked. So it's kind of sad, even though there were evacuations, apparently there have been human remains. Was there somebody that was in the RV itself, maybe something tied up? I don't know. Somebody that didn't move, maybe a homeless person out sleeping. Somebody just walked out of a store. Okay, these windows are knocked in. Inward, look at the top. They're knocked in. These are busted out. Okay, they got a pretty good blast there. Would that affect the servers, though, directly inside the building? I don't know, my friends. To have such a widespread outage of AT&T based on this level of damage and 9/11 services, too, is interesting. Maybe this did it. Maybe that is it. I'm not going to say it's not, but all I can say about that is it's interesting. Very interesting. All right. We've done enough here. Let me get off this share. So, yeah, I'm it's a very sad thing if somebody does this on Christmas. Even if, look, guys, even if it is another religion to do an attack like this, you're going to be pretty nasty to attack somebody on their holy day. I wouldn't want to imagine attacking an Islamic group on Ramadan or some day like that, or that's nasty. No matter what you think, how much somebody's an enemy to you, that's just uncalled for. And maybe Christmas wasn't the actual day Christ was born. Most of us understand that, or at least believe that. But it's a day that he's honored. That's where the Christ of Christmas comes from. Yeah, okay, it was originally Yuletide. It was originally a Nordic holiday, another pagan holiday. It was observed in Northern Europe, but it became a Christian holiday. But whatever the case is, it's just why attack somebody in a day like this? That's pretty insidious. But yet, in spite of all the insidiousness, they warn people. Was that a false flag? Maybe could that be why? I don't know. This is, but then again, there are false flags that occurred that taking people out. So it's just, it's tragic. And so you just got to ask now, what is the next shoe to drop? My friends, join me when, and I'll be doing more on the power grid in the future. We got to get our grid hardened. Join with me on our Freedom Restoration Foundation, and say Freedom Preservation Foundation. Email me at Greg. No, don't use that one. Use info at freedomrestorationfoundation.org. Put freedom in the subject line, and we'll know you're interested. If you're interested in survival tribes, put tribe in the subject line. So, yeah, this is a very unfortunate thing, and I say pray for the people in the area. They may need relief, they may need help, and just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. You don't know when this might be. Why Nashville? Is it just they wanted to prove they could do a small city? It's not a strategic city. Although that data center did have a widespread, impact, widespread. So, my friends, I always tell you, keep your eyes wide open and head on a swivel, because you don't know when it's down the street from you. You don't know when you might need to duck. If there's no blast, hit the ground. There you go. That's the top hit here, top hint. So you don't get hit, because there'll be flying debris. Make your profile low as you can instantly. I was trained in the Army. Blast, drop. I mean, just drop. Hit the ground. If you think there's a nuke going off, a big one, you're going to get a roll. You're going to get a heck of a compression wave of a huge wind of air pushing out, taking debris with it, and it'll roll you if you get caught in it, and you be hit with all that debris. Just the debris itself can mess you up. But then there's the back wave. After it goes out, it's up a vacuum. It comes back. So it goes out, comes back. And big enough terrestrial blast might have a similar effect if you're close to it. But you don't want to be hit by debris. You don't want to be hit by the blast. But if you're far enough away, it'll be the debris that gets you. Like grenades, what gets you? It's the shrapnel. The shrapnel. If you know something's about to go off, get down. Don't waste any time about it. I mean, just drop. Throw yourself on the ground. Yeah. But make sure you don't break an arm or leg. You might want to practice how to fall. They teach you in martial arts. That's the first thing you learn is how to fall so you don't hurt yourself. Land on your shoulder. Tuck your arm. Land on your shoulder. Make it a reflex. Get muscle memory in that so that you don't hurt yourself. If you land on your back, you'll have to pop your head, knock the back of your head. So shoulders are the best way to land. But if you have to land on your back, it might not be so bad. Stomach, ew, I don't even think about that. But you certainly don't want to land with one arm in such a way that you risk breaking it unless you really know what you're doing. But yeah, it's best shoulder, things like that. You can take a lot of impact here without doing too much damage. Once your head don't bang that way too bad. But there's ways to do it. I'm trying to give you some helpful tips, but keep your eyes wide open, head on a swivel, and I think I've said enough. So, my friends, I hope the rest of your Christmas is merry. The day is almost over here. I had hoped to do a different video and something a little more hopeful, but scratch that. Merry Christmas. I'm sure that I hope you've had a good Christmas holiday, and there's hope in that. There's hope in your camaraderie with your family and your friends. So do that as much as you can. Be the love and the light in the world. That's all I can say. So let's turn this world around, because love dispels hate, and light dispels darkness. Anyway, thank you for watching.